Hi friends, welcome to Aishusdiy. Today we will make a necklace with the um, GGC treasure bag. This one is the Christmas Dazzle one. This is all sold out, but if you have bought this, you can make this necklace. If you don't have, you can still check out her website. I will leave down in the description below the website. You can check out all of these materials, so you can buy it individually. So now let's see, this one is a big strand, as you can see, so big a strand, and then I'm gonna take and then cut this strand. I have vaguely an idea of what I'm going to do here, but I'm gonna design with you guys. So I have these bead caps. This also came from this treasure box, and then I have these beads also came from the treasure box. There were 4, so I want to use this as a focal, and also the star ornament because it's a Christmas dazzle, and of course we cannot avoid the star. But this is what I'm going to do. I need some head pins, which I can use the stainless steel one, or you can use the bright silver one. I have some eye pins, and I'm gonna use 7-strand beading wire. This I got it from Hobby Lobby. This is a 7-strand. It's 0.19 inch in diameter, and soft flex. And then I'm going to use these chandelier findings. I'm just going to use one of those, and then these nice bead caps, and I have some head pins. I don't want to use a stainless steel one. I want to use the bright silver one, as this is bright, and so as a bead cap. So now first I'm going to create the dangles. I'm going to put a bead cap, and then this bead right here. See how it sits nicely. So even though this bead is big and this one is flat, this fits nicely in there and creates a nice of this shape. So I really like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my regular pliers, which is round nose pliers, and tweezer nose or needle nose pliers, whichever you have available, you can use those, and then wire cutters. So I'm going to see if I like this dangle. So I'm going to just bend this to 90 degrees. You can make a wrap loop or a basic loop. I'm going to make a wrap loop. I thought I'll make a basic loop, but I'm going to make a wrap loop because, as you know, we are going to string this with the beads, and I want it to be safe. I think wrap loop is much more safer than that one because basic loop, it might come off the wire, beading wire. So we are combining wire wrapping and bead stringing together. So I'm just being a little bit cautious. So once you have the required number of wraps, it doesn't have to be exact. Whichever you are comfortable with, you can do that. I just did 1.5 wraps and tuck the tail in. So this is what I have so far. So this is what it's going to be, my wrap loop. I just want to straighten this a bit and see everything is nice and tight here. If not, go ahead and tuck the tail in well. So it's the loop needs to be perpendicular to the bead, because the bead stringing, it will come like this. So I want the loop on the side. Okay, so now I'm going to create more of these dangles. 4 more. I have 4 beads, so I'm creating 4 dangles. I'll show one more and make 2 of them off camera. So here we go. Just going to put my round nose pliers on top, bend it to 90 degrees just like so, and then reposition your pliers and bend it again, make a loop. Okay, just like so, and then you can use your pliers. So here we go, keep it, and then use your pliers to do the wrap loop. Then snip off the excess wire, tuck that tail in. So 2 dangles is ready. I'll do more like this, 2 more, and then come back. I made all the 4 dangles. Now what we can do is, I have some jump rings right here. I have 2 jump rings. Let me see if I'm able to put 2 jump rings or not. Want to connect the star element with the loop on the top and the loop in the chandelier. So I have my bent nose pliers. It's not absolutely needed, but if you have, it's helpful. So add it to this and to this chandelier finally. So we are combining 2 elements like bright silver and stainless steel. The star outside is stainless steel, but the crystal is nice and sparkly, which combines with the bright silver and the bright silver bead caps. That's how I see it. So I'm trying to put 1 more jump ring in here, just to be on the safer side. You don't have to if you don't want to. So a little bit of let me just try it this way. There we go. I attached our 2 jump rings right here. Yeah, there we go. So now those are attached. I need to put some dangles here, and these are the 3x4 bicone crystals in this metallic jet color. This also we have 1 strand in the box, so I'm going to use that. So for this I need some head pins as well. For this I want to use some ball head pins if you have available in your stash, because you know I want a thinner gauge head pins. The ones that I used for this is a thicker gauge, probably 20, and I want to use a thinner one here. So here it is. I'm gonna make 4 dangles. Bend it to 90 degrees, reposition it, and then a wrap loop. You can also do a basic loop. There's absolutely not a problem. But since this head pin is long enough for me, I can do, I'm planning to do a wrap loop. Otherwise, anyways, after my basic loop, I am going to just throw those extra pins right there, right? The extra wire right there in the head pin. So I plan to do a wrap loop and snip off the excess now. There is not much right here, so make sure there's a tail and tuck the tail in. As you can see, it is here, right here. So here we go. And one dangle is done. I need to make 4 more dangles and I will come back. So I have made the rest of the dangles. This is how our centrifocal looks like. I really like how it looks, and we are going to add these 2 here and these 2 here. So this is how it's gonna look. So now I will take my wire, beading wire. Somebody put a knot right there. Okay. So I like to work with the spool. I don't cut myself a length of wire that I need. Always I am changing my design as I go. So I would like to not waste any wire. So I'm going to string this crystal, and I'm thinking, should I add this metallic one in between? So you can also use seed beads right here in between. I'm using these roundels in between, so it's nice and sparkly for us. I'm gonna string this English cut crystal, and so this pattern also, you can choose your own pattern. It doesn't have to be this. Trust me, we have multiple options in the bag that you can choose from, but I am gonna choose this. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a bail right here. So depending on that, let me just put this. I like to make the focal and then string more beads on that side rather than doing it other ways. So I want this to be nice and straight and perpendicular to the bead that's down there. Okay, so now I'm gonna add this, I'm gonna add this, and then I'm gonna add one more of this bead right here. So this will sit right here just like that, and I have more of these crystal beads right here. And after that I can add one more and one more just to bring the design out in the center as well. Now there is enough gap. Now add one more of these, right? Yes, that seems to be nice. And you should always try and see which one looks good for you and proceed with that. It's just, you will know, you try different options, you will come to know which one looks good. Okay, we don't want this very close as well, right? I just need to make sure it's good, it looks nice. Now I need to create a bail. You can also use 2 jump rings, and how we did the bottom we can do the same. So that's the one I'm thinking what I can do, either this or it will come a little bit down. So this is how it will look really nice. So jump ring is the option for us. So I'm taking 2 jump rings again just to be on the safer side, because we don't want anything come off our necklace when we are wearing it, or we are giving it as a gift, or we are selling it. Nonetheless, I add 1 and 2 jump rings If you can also add 3. It's totally up to you, as long as the hole fits. That's the main criteria. I'm thinking 2 is enough. I'm just going to add that here. And again, I want to check whether this will clash or it'll look good. I think it's okay. Now again, the roundel, the crystal, the roundel, and the crystal. So you can make earrings like this with just these. It'll match perfectly. And then our dangle that we created, again a crystal, a roundel, and a crystal, again the dangle we created, a crystal, a roundel, and a crystal. So the center part of the necklace is pretty much done right here. So all you need to do right here is to add more beads on the side and finish off the necklace. I will string more and come back. Hi friends, welcome back. I finished stringing on both sides, and let me see how much I did. So it's about, say, 7 inches, just the beaded part, and plus this. So that's about, say, 8 and 9 inches totally, probably 18 inches worth of beads and the pendant part and everything. And we have our clasp, so that will be an inch. So it will be a 20-inch necklace, and which I really like the size of it. So now I'm going to crimp it. So you can use crimp bead or crimp tube, whichever you have available in your stash to work this part. So here we go. We take 2 crimp tubes and then feed the crimp through the wire. Take the toggle clasp, one end of the toggle clasp, and put it through the loop. Come back. So you need to make sure about one thing. So if you put a toggle like this, so it has to go like this to go inside this loop. So I'm thinking it's better for me to end these sides with a roundel rather than this big crystal, because this toggle is small and maybe it fits the bead and this comfortably, means tightly in but not comfortably. So it's better to end with a roundel rather than the big crystal. So it will be uniform on both sides is all I'm saying. Come back. There we go. So once you move this and see if it is good enough for you, the loop. So I don't want the loop to be very tight because I want this, I want a movement in the, I want this toggle to move here freely. So let's make sure of that, and then thread all these things, because these things has big enough hole to fit through, so it should not be a problem to go through 2 strands. You can also snip off the excess tail, but I prefer to do that. And then push all the beads towards that side. Make sure there is no lag here. Just push everything to this side, and don't forget to add the roundel here, and then our crimp tube, and then the toggle. Come back through the crimp tube and a couple of beads. Hold the toggle end and pull all the beads. That way it will come closer. See that there is a gap, so make sure there is no gap at all. Go ahead and crimp and snip off the excess wire. Just tuck the tail in carefully. So here we go, our necklace is ready. So the toggle clasp is also really pretty. As you can see, the roundel is a good choice to add at the end so that the toggle moves freely inside the clasp, just like that, right? I hope you guys like this necklace. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos almost every day. It comes around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.